And
So let me
get back on our feet.
I understand all of that, but let me ask you a question. Just to fill in the gaps, right? So is it true what she said that you're supposed to give her $400?
No, that was never an agreement.
Okay, hold on. So was there any agreement for you to give her any money to financially support your children?
She said to.
No, that was a yes or no?
Not in that way. Not in that way.
So explain the way.
So when we talked initially, before even moving in, it was, y'all just come, just take your time, get yourself together. I got you guys.
She says he promised $400, but he denies ever agreeing. Now, in front of the judge, the truth begins to unfold. Was there a real plan or only empty promises? This isn't petty drama. It's about responsibility and doing what's right. What's revealed next will take this case into much deeper territory.
She was very instrumental in, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies. So I'm giving you the opportunity.
So because she's instrumental in wanting grandbabies, that means that she has to take care of them too?
It doesn't mean she has to take. I'm saying she's not telling the full story how it is. It was never an agreement on a dollar amount of being able to help. It's just do what you can when you can.
So was there ever an agreement for it to be a temporary situation?
Well, yes.
You'd agree with me that 3 years is no longer temporary, right?
She begged for grandchildren, but now she's raising them herself. Was it out of love, or was she used? He insists there was no agreement, while she says 3 years isn't temporary. The courtroom tension builds. Every excuse starts to fall apart, and the next moment will leave everyone in shock.
I would say it's no longer temporary, but in the moments where I would say, you know what, I'm going to do what I can to see what I can to get, it was her, the one that was talking about, oh, that's not a good place for my grandbabies. You don't need to take them over there. And, I worry about y'all's safety over there, and that's too far, and that'll be taking them out of their environment.
So are you, and please just stop beating on the table.
I'm sorry.
All of that is not necessary. I can assure you it's not.
Just emotional a little bit.
I understand. Y'all need to calm down, all right?
I can't believe I'm even here. This is ridiculous.
Well, this is where you come when you want some relief, when you are wanting certain things to happen. You come to court to take care of it.
He claims he tried to move, but wasn't allowed to take the kids. She says he's pretending to be a victim. Arguments spiral, but the judge cuts through the noise. This is no longer about emotions. It's about facts. The next move will cut deeper than expected, leaving the courtroom stunned.
I'm fortunate that the two of you couldn't work it out because you're mother and daughter, but this is where you come, right? So do you have any intentions of moving out and taking your children, or are you going to move out yourself and leave the children with her?
I mean, she knows what the situation is. I mean, when I was working, which she knows at this point that there was a huge layoff because of COVID and why I started doing hair in the first place to try and make amends. So for her to sit over here talking about, oh, I got all these jobs and I got all this finance coming in at this point, it's just ridiculous. And it just shows to, just how low she'll stoop to how she behaves and how she...
The cost of living took his job. Now she calls him a burden. Is she helping out of care or using it to control him? Their relationship is broken, and two boys' futures hang in uncertainty. The judge's next question could change everything, and no one in the room is ready.
But she letting you live for free. She's been allowing you to do it for 3 years. She pays for everything for your children. She feeds your children. She takes them to school. She pays for health insurance. She's literally doing everything. You're doing nothing.
But that's her story. I'm doing more than so. I'm doing exactly what I can. I cook, I clean, I do what the stuff she asked me to do for church.
Hold on. Cooking and cleaning for a house that you reside in, you don't get any credit for that.
She pays every bill. He says cooking and cleaning is enough, but the judge disagrees. Parenting means more than chores. It's financial responsibility. His defense begins to crumble. What the judge says next isn't just a warning. It's a reality check that makes it clear this is no partnership, just obligation.
terms of your children, what are you doing? Because she said she's doing it all. Everything I just named off. You have yet to dispute that.
Well, I did get do stuff for their school. You're not always the one taking them to school,
Okay,
homie. I don't even know why you in here acting like you do that.
Let's not derail this thing because you never answered my original question.
So
do you plan to move out with your children, or do you plan on moving out and allowing them to stay with her?
Well, I mean, at this point, I mean, she dragging me all in here to court. I mean, I want to go out. I want to go out and move and like find me and get me situated, and then
he dodges the main question. Will he step up as a father or walk away again? She's exhausted. The judge has no patience left. As he avoids answering, the final decision gets closer. The moment the court speaks will decide not just his role, but the children's stability once and for all.
So the boys are going to stay with her. When are you trying to move out?
Like ASAP, because this is ridiculous. Like, I can't even believe you brought me in here with this
foolishness. When you
foolishness.
say ASAP, do you mean that you're going to leave court today and go find somewhere?
I mean, no, I'm gonna have to like get on my hustle, to like try and figure out, where I'm gonna go and, what I'm gonna do and how much is that gonna take.
What are we looking at in timeline? Because we know the boys are gonna stay with her when this happens. So timeline, give me a reasonable timeline that you're talking about doing this.
Within the next 2 months, I would say.
2 months, okay. Yeah. That's exactly what I needed to know.
I ain't trying to stay where I ain't want.
She says she'll move out soon, but that doesn't mean today or this month. The judge pushes for specifics. Her vague plan doesn't convince anyone. Deadlines matter, and this one is approaching fast. The empty promise is about to turn into a serious legal commitment she can't ignore any longer.
I don't think that's what she's saying, ma'am. She's just saying she wants a little bit of assistance. She's not saying she's not willing to help you. That's not a fair assessment. How much money do you make a year?
At this point, probably around about 25.
25,000?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You actually make more than that because we're going to deem that braiding as income. Now, she said you make about $1,200 a week. Is that true?
That is not true.
How much do you make a week?
It just fluctuates on how my clientele
Well, let's just do it by average then. On a monthly basis, how much money do you say you bring in from braiding hair?
I would say monthly. Monthly, I would say $1,200.
She claims her income is $25,000, but the numbers don't add up. The judge notices. Side jobs, cash payments, and hair braiding profits all come under review. This isn't just about money. It's about truth. Now, with her figures exposed, there's no way to hide from what's really happening anymore.
Monthly, $1,200?
Yes, because
I don't get 3 or 4 heads.
I don't get heads. I don't get heads all the time. And some of the people she see me braid is like some of my girlfriends who, if I braid their hair, like they'll do my nails or they'll do my lashes or they'll grab my kids from school for me if I need them to. It's like we help each other out. So I'm not always getting money.
Do I look like I was born
paid.
yesterday?
No.
Right. So you want me to sit here and believe that braiding hair and you're charging how much per head?
It just depends. I mean, shorter ones, 80, longer ones, like 250.
She says hair braiding is just helping friends, but at $250 per head, that's not a favor. It's business. The judge doesn't buy it. As she tries to downplay the income, the reality is undeniable. This isn't side work. It's earnings. And honesty about it is no longer optional in this court.
And she lives in a house,
but she's not working with my clientele, and it really.
So you don't tell her how much you get paid?
No, because she really huff and puff around the house, and really the only reason we here because my boyfriend Tank Daddy, who she was dating, broke up with her, and she was pissed about it, and so I didn't agree with the situation. So that's the only reason why we really here is because she mad because I didn't take her side in the situation. When grown folks gonna do what grown folks gonna do, and that ain't none of my business. But I'm the one getting the brunt from her. I'm the one that's not doing something. I'm the one that's not doing what I'm supposed to do for my kids. So now it's an issue with my kids because her and my boyfriend's dad ain't in the right spot. And just because I didn't take her side. It wasn't no side to take. It ain't none of my business.
Her mom once dated his dad. After a breakup, now they're in court. She says it's revenge, not about the kids. He claims it's personal. The judge shuts down the drama. This case is about the children's needs, not grudges. But the ruling could impact both of their lives in huge ways.
You know what? That's none of my business too, but let me tell you what is my business. I have your gross calculated at $3,283. That $1,200 that you just testified to, I'm deeming that as income in addition to what you make monthly. So that's how I got to that number, $3,283. That brings your net to $2,798. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right number. Yes, $2,798.18. Do you have any other children outside of the two boys?
No, I do not.
Okay, and you're also going to pay for health insurance reimbursement to your...
The court rules her real income is over $3,200 a month. No more lowball claims. She's now legally responsible for child support. The excuses are gone. The numbers prove the truth. This isn't punishment, it's accountability. And today, responsibility finally takes the place of endless arguments in this courtroom.
Monthly child support comes out to $699, was $670. We're going to round it up. Plus, you have to do a reimbursement. Let me just make sure I don't go over the legal amount because it can't be over 3%. So $2,798.18 times 3%. So your health insurance reimbursement to mom, although you pay $275, according to the law, it can't be, the health insurance amount that she reimburses you cannot be more than 3%. So that caps at about $84.
Child support isn't the only order. She now owes reimbursement for health insurance. Every cost will be tracked. No excuses, no avoiding it. The judge stands firm but fair. With these figures set, her financial duties are official. There's no running now. The decision is final and written into law.
$170 plus $84 is $754. That's how much you'll pay your mom a month.
$700.
$754 exactly.
Your breakup. That's what
No,
this is
because
about.
you need to
This
pay
is
for
what
your
this
own
is
children,
about.
ma'am.
This is what
Excuse
this
me,
is about.
excuse me, I'm speaking. It's $754. It's what's in the best interest of the children. These are your children, not your mother's children. These are her grandchildren. And I went ahead and ordered that you pay child support because based on your testimony, you'll be moving out in a couple of months anyway. So there we are. Do you have any other questions?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, thank you, Your Honor, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
$754 a month. That's the cost when others raise your kids. The judge makes it clear. These children are your responsibility, not your mother's. This isn't about punishment. It's about showing up. If you believe children deserve consistency and care, let your voice be heard. Comment below, like, and subscribe for the full story.